Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Joshua, the 9th chapter. And as we saw in the 8th chapter with the, let's actually take a look at the conquest of Ai, right, and the strategy that the Lord used, or instructed Israel to use in baiting out the inhabitants of Ai, ambushing them, and taking them over. So this is Joshua 9:1. And it came to pass, when all the kings which were on this side Jordan, in the hills and in the valleys, meaning on the kings on the west side of Jordan, which is where they were now, right? In the hills and in the valleys, and in all the coasts of the great sea, over against Lebanon, the Hittite, and the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite heard thereof, of the destruction of Ai, that they gathered themselves together to fight with Joshua and with Israel with one accord. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done unto Jericho and unto Ai, they did work willily, and went and made as if they had been ambassadors. Now let's look into this word willily, which is likely like deceptively or cunningly. Irama. Yep, shrewdness, craftiness, prudence. So they said, you know what? Clearly, it's not going to be a good idea to try and fight them head on. So let's use our brains. So they basically came up with a plan and made as if they had been ambassadors, and took old sacks upon their asses, and wine bottles, old and rent and bound up, and old shoes and clouded upon their feet, and old garments upon them, and all the bread of their provision was dry and moldy. So they deliberately made themselves look like the stuff they had was very old. It was spent. It's past due. And they went to Joshua onto the camp at Gilgal, which once again, here we are, Gilgal, and said, and that shows you it's an approximation, right? And said unto him and to the men of Israel, we be come from a far country. Now therefore make a league with us. And the men of Israel said unto the Hivites, peradventure ye dwell among us, and how shall we make a league with you? So what if by chance you end up actually being people of the land right here? Right, it says here, how the Israelites replied to these Hivites, how do we know you don't live nearby? For if you do, we cannot make a treaty with you. And they said unto Joshua, oh, no, we are thy servants. And Joshua said unto them, who are ye? And from whence come ye? And they said unto him, from a very far country thy servants are come, because of the name of the Lord Yahweh thy God. Oh, for we have heard of the fame of him, and all that he did in Egypt. Oh, yeah, Egypt. And all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, to Sihon, the king of Heshbon, and to Og, king of Bashan, which was at Ashtaroth. Wherefore our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spake to us, saying, take victuals with you for the journey, and go to meet them, and say unto them, we are your servants. Therefore now make ye a league with us. This is our bread. We took hot for our provision out of our houses on the day we came forth to go unto you. But now, behold, it is dry, it is moldy. So that was the story they spun up. Oh, look at the moldy bread we have. When we set out on our journey, it was fresh. Now look at what's left. That shows you, that's the proof. And these bottles of wine which we filled were new, and behold, they be rent. And these and remember the wine, the bottles were like of like was it goat skin or something of that sort. So it wasn't like glass bottles you have today. And so it could burst or it could tear. And these our garments and our shoes are become old by reason of the very long journey. And the men took of their victuals and asked not counsel at the mouth of the Lord Yahweh. So, as it says here, so the Israelites examined their food, but they did not consult the Lord. So they fell for it. And rather than, inquiring at the mouth of the Lord first, they sort of believed them. They believed what they told them. And Joshua made peace with them and made a league with them to let them live. And the princes of the congregation swear unto them. And it came to pass at the end of 3 days, after they had made a league with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors, and that they dwelt among them. So they got word that these people are not foreigners, they're not ambassadors, they're your neighbors, they're literally the Gibeonites. And the children of Israel journeyed and came into their cities on the 3rd day. Now their cities were Gibeon, and Chephirah, and Beeroth, and Kirjath Jearim. And the children of Israel smote them not, because the princes of the congregation had sworn unto them by the Lord Yahweh God of Israel, and so they couldn't violate that oath. And the congregation murmured against the princes. But all the princes said unto all the congregation, we have sworn unto them by the Lord Yahweh God of Israel. Now therefore we may not touch them. So the Israelites were like, the rest of the congregation, they wanted to take them out, looking at all the cities and all that, but because of that oath, they couldn't break that. This we will do to them. We will even let them live, lest wrath be upon us because of the oath which we swear unto them. And the princes said unto them, let them live, but let them be hewers of wood and drawers of water unto all the congregation, as the princes had promised them. So we won't kill them, we won't slay them, but they will serve us, right? They're going to be the ones who get the water for us, chop the wood for us, basically servants unto us. And Joshua called for them, and he spake unto them, saying, wherefore have ye beguiled us, saying, we are very far from you, when ye dwell among us? So where's this lie from? Why? Now therefore ye are cursed, and there shall none of you be freed from being bondmen, and hewers of wood, and drawers of water for the house of my God. So forever, you stuck. This is the role that you stuck in for this cunning device that you devised against us. And they answered Joshua and said, because it was certainly told thy servants, how that the Lord Yahweh thy God commanded his servant Moses to give you all the land, and to destroy all the inhabitants of the land from before you. Therefore, we being sore afraid for our lives, because of you, have done this thing. I mean, can you blame us? You about to kill us all. We were afraid. This is the only way we could have saved our lives. And now, behold, we are in thine hand, as it seemeth good and right unto thee to do to us, do. So, you know what? Whatever it is that, you want to do, whatever you see fit as a result of this, you can go ahead. And he did, and so he did unto them, and this is basically them agreeing to it, to be servants unto us, and delivered them out of the hand of the children of Israel, that they slew them not. And Joshua made them that day hewers of wood and drawers of water for the congregation and for the altar of the Lord Yahweh, even unto this day, in the place which he should choose. All right, so wherever he decides, for them to go ahead and serve and basically do whatever it is, drawing the water and hewing the wood, they would have to do it because they were now bound to be the servants of Israel. And that brings us to the end of the book of Joshua, the 9th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.